Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on Michigan Farms. We are here doing a little something different. We're going to structure this video a little different. So yesterday we cut everything short because we had a few things in the works. And one of those things that we had in the works is this brand new Horsch seeder. So we have bought a Horsch seeder, and kind of the purpose for it is we are looking at getting into cows. And one of those reasons we're looking to get into cows is that we also have an opportunity both for cows and for one of our local companies. We have been given the opportunity, whenever we can do so, to raise hops. And that's something we are looking forward to. It's going to be something interesting, something we've not done before. So it's going to be a good thing for us. But in order for us to have the hops, we have to have manure in order to fertilize our hops. So in order to have the manure, we have to have some type of animals. So for me, I prefer to raise cows. Here we are in Michigan, so why not join the Michigan Cattlemen's Association? That is something that is local to our area here in Michigan. So I think that's part of what we're going to do. We're going to have to do some learning. We don't know much about cows or cattle, so we're going to be learning as we go. But first things first, we have to build up a little bit of hay, silage, and also we're going to need a little grass, and we're going to need a little straw. So this seeder has a couple of different things that's going to do for us. First off, we're going to have to seed some grass in a field that we actually purchased yesterday afternoon. We were given an excellent opportunity, and the bank gave us a really good deal on the property, so we jumped at the opportunity. So we have a field that we finished signing all the paperwork yesterday afternoon, and I actually had our helper George go ahead and plow up the field. That way it is ready to go, and we are ready to seed some grass. So we are here with our John Deere. We've got our 7310R, and we are going to go ahead and get this field planted. Excuse me, seeded. I'm used to saying planted because we do mostly soybeans and corn. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this field seeded. Already this morning, our helper George, can't drive. Our helper George is already working on planting some soybeans for us in field 32, which is our northeasternmost field. And right here to our left is the field that we were given the opportunity to purchase, where we are going to be seeding grass. Now, most of what we're going to do here, we're going to do bales. We're going to have silage bales, hay bales, and then straw bales. So we are going to seed this field in grass. And then we are going to seed our southern field in oat. We want to get a little bit of straw built up. Oat produces a good amount of straw. So we will get our straw situation taken care of, and then we can actually put that field back into rotation of soybeans and corn for a little while. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn on our GPS, and and we will get started. So this is our first time using a Horsch brand seeder. So it's going to take a little for us to get used to it. It's going to be a good, I think a good asset for us here on the farm. It's going to give us some good opportunities, I believe, for some other crops. So we'll go ahead and we will get everything planted. Excuse me, everything. We'll get this field seeded. And then we actually, before we progress further, once we get this done, we need to fertilize field 1. That way that can get growing, and we will be back. So I'll tell you what, you know what, let's try something different. Let's go, let's do a side-by-side of myself and George. He's also recording today. So we'll get a little seeding, planting action side by side here, and we'll get back to you when we are done here on our new grass field. All right, and that has our grass field planted. There we go. That is a first for us here on our brand new farm here in Michigan. So now that we've got that planted and you understand kind of what our plans are, we need to go ahead and we're going to, while we're here at the shop, we are going to fill up just to make sure we have enough seed and we have enough fertilizer, because we're going to our southernmost field here on the farm. It's a pretty good little hop and a skip, so we want to make sure that we do not have to worry about not having enough seed. So what we'll do is we'll go around here. And they should have a couple of seed bags set out for us and a couple of fertilizer bags. That way we can fill up. Yep, they do. They set them out for us. Sweet. So what we'll do is we'll fill up, and then we will head back down to field 19, and we will chat again. All right, and we are pulling up here to our southernmost field. We had corn here in this field previously, and now we're going to be planting it in oat. So we already have, we stopped by the farm. We changed over everything for being able to plant our oats. So we are ready to rock and roll. So we're going to knock out our headlands. And then we will just move back and forth. Should be no issues whatsoever. And we will have everything planted in oats. Now, one thing to note, you know, we will probably store these oats. We will look for a higher price at maybe Pioneer or Gavilon Grain, and we will try to sell these at a higher price. Or if we find one local farmers that would like to buy the seed from us, we will sell that to them. But in actuality, the main purpose of our oats here on this farm is in order for us to be ready to start cattle farming in the very near future. So we've got to get our grass growing, and then we will be able to cut it. We'll have to cut it at least twice, because we need silage bales and we need hay bales and we need straw bales. Now, the purpose of the need of those is this. So cows take TMR, which is total mixed rations. TMR is comprised of straw, silage, and hay, for all intents and purposes, for the cattle that we will be raising. And then we will actually bed straw for the cows. That way they have a nice padding. It's not going to get too muddy for them. That way we give them a good conditions. So that's kind of our purpose. So we're going to have at least 2 cuttings on our grass field, one for silage and one for hay, in order to be able to be ready for cows. But also part of that is that's going to give us a couple of days to get the barns set up. We've got a huge crew coming in that they can actually build everything all at once in, I believe it's 2 days. So they'll come in, they'll do construction. Their crews, they work 24/7. They have this down to a science, because here in Michigan, when it's go time, it's go time. And they are the best of the best. It's going to cost us a little more, but that's okay. Part of our agreement with the local company to supply the hops, they understand that, and they have helped us out. So, you know, it's not going to cost too much for us. So we're going to be in good shape. So let's get these oats planted, and we'll get back to you when they are done. And I think we've got one field to fertilize. We need to fertilize one of our northern fields. So when we get this field finished, we'll do that. So we'll see you soon. All right, and it looks like we have finished planting our first batch of oats. We're gonna finish this end row right here, and we're done. This is going to put us in fantastic shape for trying to get a great head start on building our cow Cow barn. It's a great start. So what we can do is this. We're going to head back to the shop. And we're going to hop in our sprayer. I do know that we have some spraying that we need to do. And then who knows what else we're going to get into. I know George has finished planting our northeastern field here in our area. So we have that squared away. So everything is planted. We probably need to look at our grass field and figure out what we want to do there. Whether we want to bale hay first or if we want to do silage first. Either way, we are in the market for a tedder. We're also in the market for a bale wrapper. So we've got to keep those in mind. We need to make a little more profit for our farm in order to be able to afford those. Hopefully that won't be too much of an issue for us. And we'll just have to try and get it done and get it taken care of. So we'll get back to the farm. We'll hop in the sprayer and we'll be back to see you in just a second. All right. And we are back here at the farm. We have made our way to the farm. Looks like George is here. He is filling up with gas. Probably going to also get that washed off. We're just going to set this over here to the side. And you may notice, check it out, the guys have been working a lot here at the farm. They're about halfway done with putting in the barn. They still have just about everything to put together and sort out on the inside, but the main frame is done and ready to go. So probably in another day or two, all of that will be ready to go. All right, let's just go ahead and put this in here. Whoops. We're going to back this in here, just kind of get it out of the way. And George is still filling up there. I know he'll get that washed off, get it looking all nice and neat. We actually need to fertilize, work on our fields. We need to fertilize field 1. It is in need of some fertilization. But we also, our order of fertilizer came in at the co-op, excuse me, at the shop. So we need to get that squared away. And actually, our first field of soybeans is ready to go. We actually missed out. Oh boy. So our yield is hurt now because we took too long. And we didn't get our fertilizer on the field quick enough. So that's kind of a bummer. We missed out on an opportunity there. But I mean, that's part of farming. We didn't pay attention. We're new, to the whole farming thing, and we're gonna have to pay better attention to make sure that we maximize the yield that we need for our farm to be successful. So that's just something to pay attention to for everyone. Just make sure you pay attention to your farm and what you need and don't need. So with our soybeans coming in today, probably what we will go ahead and do is we may harvest some soybeans. Maybe try to get a couple of we'll get our combine going. We'll get George. We'll send George to start combining. And then we will join him with the grain cart. That way we can get everything squared away. All right, let's grab this last little bit. All right, so all we really have left there is seed, and we'll come back for that. I'll tell you what, one thing I do need to do, this thing needs a wash. I don't want this fertilizer to cause any issues for us. So we're going to get this thing washed off. I do know that George is in the process of getting the harvester out. Yep, I see him there. He is in the... He's pulling out right there, which is good. He's gonna... Oops. I need to pay attention to myself and not George. He's got to get the combine full on gas. Got to have that diesel exhaust fluid as well. We'll park this here in our wash. I think we could wash in here. Got the grates in the floor and everything. Nice. So we'll just get that washed, and we'll be ready to go. So while George is filling up, we're gonna run over here and we're going to get hooked up to the auger wagon here. Now these soybeans should give us a pretty good yield, I hope. Even though we screwed up and did not fertilize like we needed to. Hopefully that will not be an issue. But it is what it is. We will just have to take the loss on that and learn for next time. But it's all good. All right, so we will follow George to the field. And he will get started. Actually, we're going to give him a minute and let him get started. While we're here, let's figure out what we need to do. So we do have some dry corn right here. 17.52. That's actually a pretty good price at the co-op. And currently we have 127,000 liters that is dry. So what we may do, I think maybe we should sell. Let's sell a load of corn, because we need to make a little money and go from there, because we are in the market for, I didn't think about it, we need a mower and we need a tedder, because we need to ted our grass, because we need some good dry hay, and then also we need a wrapper. So what we may have to do is buy the mowers first, Oh, see, we've got wheat. We've got wheat we could sell as well. We've got our dry corn. So we could actually sell. We'll sell this corn. We'll make really good money. And then we should have enough money to at least buy the mowers. That way, once we're ready, we can buy those. And then potentially, I think it's not going to be that much. We probably also, maybe we can make a deal. Maybe we can cut a deal with the shop here, our local dealer. And hopefully they will cut us a deal for maybe a package bundle. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll find out. Let's get this loaded. Let's get it to Farm Bureau Co-op, I believe, was our good price. Yep, Farm Bureau Co-op. And let's make a little money. So we'll go ahead. When we get to the Farm Bureau Co-op, we'll see you. And we are here at the co-op. Boy, oh boy, we're going to make some good money with this corn. Some really good money. All right. Let's see how much we are actually going to make. We need to make a lot of money. I mean, we still have some debt. I mean, we've got a huge amount of debt. You know that we owe the bank for buying, you know, what we have and the equipment that we have. So we need to make a lot of money. 140,000. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's get over here. Because we will need the truck here for soybeans. Soybeans are... they're not necessarily a high yield for us. Of course, they won't be a high yield because we did not get our second fertilization state, which is a bummer for us. We lose money. But one of the things maybe that we can offset is on this particular field, we had a farmer contact us wanting some soybean straw. So we are actually going to bale some soybean straw and deliver it to one of our local farmers. We'll bale it up. And we should get a pretty good price for that. So we'll just see what happens. But anyways, let's go ahead and we're going to hop in with George. He's got his camera today. Still has it. He's already harvesting soybeans. We're going to get picked up here in just a second. Called a buddy and asked him if he could pick us up and get us back over to the farm. And we will pick up the grain cart with our 9RT. So we'll swap you over to George, and we hope you enjoy. You'll see us going back and forth with the grain cart, and then we will get the truck put in position once we get a couple of rounds made. So let's rock and roll into some soybean harvest footage. All right, and we are on our last pass here of our first soybean field on our property. This is it's been a good harvest. Even though we didn't have our field fully fertilized, that was our own fault. You know, we're learning as we go. We're gonna have to be better. We're gonna have to be better at our time management, and also, you know, trying to manage ourselves as well as George, because he is our hired helper. So in order for us to be successful, George has to help us be successful, and we have to help ourselves be successful, because if we can work together better, then our farm will be a good, successful farm. Now, since we have all of this done, of course, we've got a full, I don't know if we'll have a full truck, but it'll be close. And of course, George is going to take and he'll put the combine up. We'll take care of all of that, and we'll make sure everything gets squared away and put back. It is actually almost time for us to call it a day. It is almost 7 p.m. our time. We have been going at it a full 12 hours today, and that makes for a really long day for us. It's been an exciting day. I mean, it's just part of farming. Yeah, you have some long days, and we just push through and continue on. Now, we do have the soybean stalk bales that we will be picking up. Like we said earlier, these are sold to a local farmer. They will actually be put right along the road here, and he will actually come by and pick those up. We don't have to deliver those. Part of our agreement was to get them to the edge of the field, and the other part of that agreement was that we only wanted them stacked 4 bales high. So when we're using our loader, we will only load 8 bales at a time, which is going to be a little different than what we're used to. But, you know, I'm trying to accommodate for the farmer, because, you know, he came to me wanting soybean stock bales, and I jumped at the opportunity to make a little bit extra cash, especially as a new farmer. I have a lot of debt that I would like to get out of, or make more money, stay in my debt, and, you know, get more property as we progress. Potentially looking at maybe a larger field somewhere along the way. I know we have one of the largest fields here in the area. So, you know, it'd be great to, you know, at some point to get the largest field here in the area. Maybe some of our smaller fields as we expand on our cow barn. Once it gets full and we start making some hay and some silage, you know, there's a potential. I would like to have more cows. You know, this first initial installment of cows, I only have a capacity of 50 cows. So that should be enough to get me going, get me used to what I need to do as far as what the cows need, how to take care of them properly, and those type things. So we will be exploring that as we have our smaller cow farm right here on our property. And then there is a potential to buy another property close to where we are actually cutting our hay and silage. There's a potential to get one of the smaller properties there, and in the near future put larger cow barns down if our capacity is, you know, where we need it to be. So a lot of that is, you know, in the works. It's it's a process. We are learning. We don't want to get too much to where we can't keep up, but also we don't want to be wasting our time. we'll go ahead and get this out. We're gonna have to do a little prep work with it, because we want to get that soybean field that we just planted, harvested. We want to get it taken care of and get a new crop in there. Probably we're gonna go back in there with corn, with the potential for a custom harvest right there. I'm trying to have some feelers out for some of the local farmers if they need some silage. I am also looking at possibly partnering with our local BGA, trying to work out some of that. You know, I'm trying to work all of the advantages that I have here in our county. That way we can support local, and they are also helping support us and helping us to grow as well. So got a lot of stuff in the works. Be sure and stay tuned. Be sure and check us out. You know, we got a lot of cool ideas that we want to, you know, play through here in this Michigan Farms playthrough. And, you know, we want you to stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button below. If you enjoyed the content today, let me know in the comments below if you like this format. It's kind of a little different than what we're used to. It's some time lapse, some talking, just trying to swap things up and letting you know and talking through kind of what we have planned and some of the cool things we have ahead of us for our farm and expanding the farm. Once again, if you have any questions, comment below. The AutoDrive courses that I'm using to help me out are in the description below. Check those out. Download those from our mega link. And as always, y'all be good. Y'all be careful. Y'all be safe. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you next time. Y'all have a good one.